Coming up tonight on Newswatch, the Board of Regents met in a session to discuss tuition and project proposals.
And Ames continues to be recognized as a great college town.
And the Iowa State football season has officially closed, and let's meet our new head coach.
Temperatures are already below freezing here in Ames, but we'll be near 50 tomorrow.
Telling you why Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list, he's checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's loyal nice.
This is this Thursday, December 3rd edition of Newswatch. I'm Sequan Gatlin.
And I'm Rachel Given. Thanks for joining us.
The American Institute for Economic Research has named Ames as the top college town in the United States, based on a list of criteria including the cost of rent, city accessibility, culture, diversity, work opportunities, and economic activity. Ames beat out other college towns such as Iowa City, Rochester, and Mankato. Iowa State University was featured on BuzzFeed's list of most beautiful college campuses in the world, taking the number 5 spot on this list in October.
It was love at first sight at the Story County Animal Shelter for Cindy Jones. Jones found Vincent, a 3-year-old domestic cat missing 2 legs at the shelter, and took him home. Jones's daughter attends Iowa State's veterinary medicine program and thought that her professors and experience could help Vincent receive titanium prosthetic hind legs. He received those legs yesterday at ISU's Vet Med Center. Vincent has gone through multiple surgeries since 2014, and doctors say that he is doing well in adjusting to his new legs.
The Black Student Alliance will host their first ever formal event. A night in Paris will be held tomorrow, December 4th at the Alumni Center from 7 to midnight. Although the theme and name was chosen prior to the attacks in Paris, the BSA Executive Board will address the events in France. Tickets are $15 for due-paying members and $20 for non-members. A portion of the proceeds will go towards an upcoming BSA scholarship.
Fortunately, Iowa State students will not be seeing a rise in tuition costs for the 2016-2017 school year. The Board of Regents met last night to discuss tuition for the 3 recent universities in Iowa: the University of Iowa, the University of Northern Iowa, and Iowa State University. Mandatory fees will increase for international students at Iowa State. These fees will increase by $500 each year for the next 3 years. The board also approved of renovations in the Forker Building, improvements to Jack Trice Stadium, and improvements to Friley Residence Hall, including the addition of the new dining hall, Friley Windows. The next Board of Regents meeting will be in Iowa State on February 24th and 5th.
With only 2 months left until the Iowa caucuses, presidential hopefuls continue to make their way around Iowa to visit the potential voters. Mark Rubio, a Florida senator and Republican presidential hopeful, will be on campus next Thursday. Most recently, Rubio attacked GOP frontrunner Donald Trump on his comments about Israeli people's need to sacrifice to strike peace with Palestinian Authority. Rubio will speak in the maintenance shop of the Memorial Union at 11:45 in the morning next Thursday, December 12th.
Courtney, the men's basketball team came away from the Emerald Coast Classic as champions last weekend. What else is there in the world of sports?
Rachel, both of our basketball teams have been successful in their seasons. I'll have more on sports right after this. Iowa State men's basketball team maintained a 6-0 record after their win over North Dakota State this past Tuesday. This game wasn't an easy win. Both teams came onto the court ready to play. At the end of the first half, the Bison took the lead, and during that time, beloved Iowa State forward George Niang suffered what seemed to be a knee injury. "I just got a Charlie's horse," Niang said. "I probably overreacted a little, but I was seriously in pain." Niang was back in the game before the half ended, putting the team back on its feet. The Cyclones raced ahead in the second half and won with a final score of 84-64. As you may have heard, the Iowa State football team has a new head coach. Former Toledo coach Matt Campbell has stepped onto the field to take on this Division I team. It was decided that former head coach Paul Rhodes' last game with Iowa State would be last Saturday against West Virginia. "That's the first coaching change we've been through," said team captain Levi Peters. "I was heartbroken, I was sad, I was upset. But just like anything, it's a quick turnaround." The team had a bittersweet reaction to this new change, but the players are ready to return next season with polished game faces and a blank record full of possibilities. "We are all expecting great things from Campbell, and we wish him the best of luck in the offseason, and we bid Coach Rhodes farewell. Thank you for your 7 years of commitment to the Cyclone Athletics program, Coach." The Cyclone women's basketball team traveled to the University of Northern Iowa on Wednesday and defeated the Panthers 84-75. The Cyclones were unstoppable in the first half of the game, racking up 19 points within the first quarter. Northern Iowa took their first lead in the second half, but Iowa State came back with the win. Shauna Johnson was the player of the game, scoring 28 points and 11 rebounds. The Cyclones will play at home this weekend against Southern. The Iowa State women's club hockey team is making a comeback after their fall last season. After being national champions 2 years ago, the team came up short with a 7-9 record last season and decided to make a change. Now in his second year as head coach, Justin Herbert knows what it takes to lead a college team. The main goal of this team is to play hard and have fun. We weren't expecting much, but now the girls have shown that we can be a contender come playoff time, Herbert said. The team will face some difficult teams next semester, such as third-ranked North Dakota State and Wisconsin. We wish the women the best of luck with the rest of their season. Kobe Bryant committed completely to his retirement this year. After his announcement last Saturday, teams all over will be trying to find a retirement gift for the Los Angeles Lakers legend. One gift that will certainly not be forgotten is the gift from the Atlanta Hawks and the Atlanta Zoo. The organization announced that the zoo's featured black mamba snake will be named Kobe in honor of Bryant's successful career. The Iowa State women's volleyball team entered their first round of the NCAA tournament this evening with a victory over the Miami Hurricanes. The Cyclones will advance to the next round of the tournament, playing the winner of the Oregon-Wisconsin match tomorrow. The Cyclones have played in the tournament for the last 10 seasons. Good luck in the tournament, Cyclones. And now we're joined by Jan at the wall. Jan, I've heard rumors that we can expect warmer weather in the next week or so. What does the radar indicate?
We are be having a lot warmer weather for the next week or so. We've got these south winds bringing lots of warm air up to us. I'll have your full forecast after the break. Welcome back to Newswatch. Meteorologist Jan Ryherd here with you. We had a gorgeous sunny day for the beginning of December, almost more fall-like and feeling like September than December. But we do have that sunshine that we saw today sticking around for the foreseeable future. And like I said, that warmer weather also will stick around with that sun. Right now in Ames, we are sitting right at the freezing mark, 32 degrees and clear skies. Those winds very calm, not really affecting us too much. However, something to keep an eye on here is the humidity and the dew point. With that high humidity and that dew point so close to our current temperature, we could be seeing some fog in the overnight hours. Current temps around the state, though, we've got low 30s and even sub-freezing temperatures up to our north. Sioux City at 17 degrees. They've got a little bit of snow cover out there sticking around that is keeping them cooler than we are here in central Iowa. Those current winds, though, are out of the south for the most part, but here in Ames and Fort Dodge, we've got hardly any wind to speak of, so pretty calm here, which is going to help cool us down also overnight with those clear skies. And those clear skies are just going to continue on. We did have a little bit for cloud cover in eastern Iowa today, but for the most part, most of the plains is looking at clear skies, and that's just going to stick around, like I said, for the next 7 days. Futurecast, though, we've got mostly clear skies, maybe a couple sprinkles here and there in eastern Iowa Friday evening, and maybe in western Iowa then Saturday into Saturday evening. But here in central Iowa, for the most part, just looking at those clear skies and sunny skies for us, which will be a nice change from the clouds that we've seen for the past week. Tonight, we'll dip down to 24 degrees, clear skies, and those early, we could have a little bit of fog early in the morning, but it should mostly be gone by the time you walk to class in the morning. Lows tonight, though, 20 up in Mason City, 18 over in Sioux City, and 25 down in Council Bluffs. So pretty chilly, but tomorrow we get to warm up. We'll be at 47, almost 50 here in central Iowa, which will be great. Like I said, that patchy fog in the morning, but nothing to worry about by the time you have to get up for class. And then for the rest of the state, it will be maybe 50 down in Des Moines and Ottumwa. So a gorgeous start to December for us here. And that will just continue into the rest of the week. Hardly any rain in the forecast. Like I said, maybe that little chance for a scattered shower or two Saturday night. But for the most part, sunshine and 40s and maybe even 50s by Thursday.
Are you interested in learning how to breakdance? If so, tonight's the time to learn. Breakdancing legend B-Boy Moy from Havoc Choral Crew will be teaching an endurance workshop sponsored by Monster Energy and UDEF. He will discuss strength, conditioning, energy, battle strategy, and execution with all participants. Cyclone Breakers are hosting this workshop in 235 Forker Hall until 10 o'clock this evening. Entry prices are $20.
A shooting in San Bernardino, California on Wednesday left 14 people dead and 21 injured, making it the deadliest shooting in America since the shooting in Sandy Hook in 2012. Two suspects opened fire during a holiday party at a social services center and were killed in a police chase following the attack. Police released a statement that the two suspects were carrying assault rifles, handguns, and more than 16,000 rounds of ammunition, along with wearing masks. After searching the home in which the suspects were using, more ammunition and bombs were discovered. Any motives for the attack are still unclear.
After the shooting in San Bernardino, President Obama spoke out about the steps that need to be taken to prevent incidents like this from happening. We have a pattern now of mass shootings in the country that has been no parallel anywhere else in the world. Obama said that the president also mentioned improving the odds that these shootings don't happen as frequently, require common sense gun laws and stronger background checks. The San Bernardino shooting makes 355 mass shootings this year.
Persistent downpours continue to make already severe flooding in southern India worse. At least 269 people have been killed in the flooding that's threatened Chennai, India's fourth largest city. The flooding has caused an additional 200,000 people to abandon their homes and belongings to seek safety. Nearly 15 inches of rain fell in Chennai on Tuesday, but the Indian Meteorology Department predicts an additional 40 inches of rain to fall within the next 2 days.
This morning, the United States Secretary of Defense, Ash Carter, ordered that each branch of military open combat jobs to women. The decision was based on previous studies of civilian and military leaders. The Marine Corps was the only branch to seek an exception, arguing that integration in the units would affect military readiness. But Carter said that limiting qualified military personnel based on gender was the real impediment of military readiness. Guidelines have been created for the integration based on placing the talent of an individual above all else. The order will become effective in 30 days.
For the first time since 1905, the Momo Tambo volcano in Nicaragua erupted. Locals had noticed tremors and steam coming from the volcano for weeks preceding the eruption on Monday night. The eruption spewed dark ash and volcanic debris, and 6 communities near the area have reported ashfall and closed schools as a precaution. Momo Tambo is not the only volcano to have recent activity in Central America. 2 volcanoes in Guatemala had moderate eruptions, while another in Nicaragua has observed spitting hot ash in November. The volcano remains under watch for more activity.
Oscar Pistorius has been convicted for the murder of his girlfriend Reva Steenkamp by one of the top appeals court in South Africa. The Paralympian was sentenced to serve 5 years in jail for culpable homicide last year, but he is now facing more than 15 years for the murder that happened on Valentine's Day 2013. While prosecutors argue that Pistorius intended to kill Steenkamp, he says that he mistook her for an intruder in his home. Pistorius left jail on parole in October and will continue to serve his sentence under house arrest.
Kind Granola Bar started a petition asking the Food and Drug Administration to redefine the word healthy. In April, the FDA sent a letter telling the company to stop using the term healthy in their labels. Kind founder and CEO Daniel Lubetsky believes that the FDA regulations are inconsistent with dietary guidelines and current nutrition science. The FDA issued their current guidelines nearly 20 years ago. Kind bars often include various types of nuts, which many experts agree to be part of any healthy diet. These same experts have signed a petition and have written letters in support for Kind.
The best way to spread Christmas cheer is by decorating the White House. The Christmas spirit epidemic infected the nation today with the flip of a switch. President Barack Obama rang in the holiday season with the traditional White House Christmas tree lighting ceremony. Today was the 93rd annual Christmas tree lighting, and it was hosted by Reese Witherspoon. President Obama, alongside his wife, daughters, and mother-in-law, flipped the switch together to mark the beginning of the Christmas season.
Do you have dreams of playing football with Tom Brady, hanging out with Snoop Dogg, or riding bikes with Bono from U2? Your dreams might come true with a donation of $10 or more to the Red Foundation, which helps raise money to help fight AIDS. The campaign kicked off on World AIDS Day this past Tuesday. All donations will be matched up to $20 million by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Participants have until January 21st to donate for a chance to win the celebrity prize, including travel and hotel costs.
And that's all we have for tonight's edition of Newswatch.
And this marks our last show for the year. ISU TV will be back in January. From all of us here at ISU TV, have a great night, Ames.